Welcome to this explainer on mastering your new BYD Seal. Today, we're taking that thick technical owner's manual and turning it into a super practical, empowering guide for your daily drive. If you want to know exactly how to operate your BYD safely, efficiently, and with total confidence, well, you're in exactly the right place. Let's get into it.
Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 5 key areas: before you drive, the instrument cluster, starting your BYD, smart driver assistance, and finally, emergencies and maintenance.
Section 1. Before you drive, setting up for safety.
Okay, before you even think about putting the car in drive, always run through this quick safety checklist. First, take a glance at your vehicle's surroundings. Once you hop in, get comfortable, adjust your seat, your cushion height, headrest, and the angle and height of the steering wheel. Tweak your interior and side mirrors, make sure all the doors are actually closed, and then buckle up. I know it sounds basic, but studies highlighted in the manual show that wearing your seatbelt properly is absolutely crucial for significantly reducing casualties during sudden braking or a collision.
And hey, while you're getting set up, your vehicle is already hard at work behind the scenes. It's actually transmitting data back to BYD. We're talking remote diagnostics, location, energy consumption, and overall performance data. Why? Primarily, it's for your security and to make sure your car gets vital over-the-air, or OTA, updates. It's kind of like your smartphone. This keeps your software secure and up-to-date without you ever having to drive to a dealership.
Section 2. The instrument cluster. Decoding your cockpit.
Right, let's talk about that screen right in front of you. Your digital instrument cluster comes in either classic or minimalist themes, and it automatically switches between dark and light modes depending on the time of day. Now, I know it can look a little overwhelming at first glance with all those numbers and icons popping up, but we can easily break down the most vital stuff so you know exactly what your car is telling you.
If we just focus on the absolute essentials, there are really 4 main things you want to constantly monitor. Item 1 is your power meter, which shows your real-time energy usage in kilowatts. Item 8, right in your line of sight, is your speedometer. Then, down at the bottom, item 9 is your state of charge, or SOC, which is just your remaining battery percentage. And right next to that, item 11 gives you your remaining driving range, so you know exactly how many kilometers you've got left before you need to plug in. Keep an eye on those 4 metrics, and you'll be totally confident on any trip.
Section 3. Starting your BYD, the ignition sequence. So you're in the driver's seat, totally set up. Let's talk about exactly where your hands and feet need to interact with the center console and pedals to get this thing moving safely.
Starting the vehicle under normal conditions is an incredibly secure, super simple 1-2-3 process. First up, just make sure your valid smart key is in the car with you, or place your NFC key in that designated spot at the front of the center console. Second, press down firmly on the brake pedal. And third, just press the start-stop button until you see the OK light pop up on your instrument cluster. That's it. From there, you just shift into drive or reverse, and the electric parking brake will release automatically. Easy, right?
Section 4. Smart Driver Assistance, your high-tech co-pilot.
Now, before we get into the whole alphabet soup of driving acronyms, you just need to remember 2 magic words. Hi, BYD. Saying this wakes up your intelligent voice assistant, meaning you don't have to lift a single finger off the steering wheel.
Once you say that wake word, you can effortlessly tell the car what to do. Ask it to navigate to your saved home location, play your favorite playlist, dial a contact via Bluetooth, or even dial in the perfect cabin climate. Just say something like, set the temperature to 23 degrees Celsius, and it handles the rest. It's a massive boost for convenience, but more importantly, it keeps your eyes right where they belong, on the road.
Let's see how this builds into our active safety features by translating some of that manual jargon. First up is BSD, or blind spot detection. Say you're cruising on the highway, anywhere between 15 and 150 kilometers per hour. Rear corner radars are constantly watching your blind spots. If you flick your turn signal on to change lanes but someone is approaching quickly, a little indicator on your side mirror is going to flash to warn you against a risky move. It's basically a shoulder check superpower.
Next up is RCTA, which stands for Rear Cross Traffic Alert. Honestly, this one is an absolute lifesaver in crowded parking lots. When you're backing up at under 15 kilometers per hour, those same rear radars look up for cars crossing behind you. If it detects a collision risk, your mirror indicators will flash and an alarm will sound to stop you in your tracks.
The big takeaway here is that your car is constantly evaluating its environment, and nowhere is that cooler than with the ITAC system, Intelligence Torque Adaptive Control. This system is proactively analyzing your steering angle and motor speed. So if you hit complex, slippery, or unpredictable roads, it literally adjusts the drive torque on your front and rear axles in real time. It perfectly adapts the car's grip to exactly what you need in that split second.
Section 5. Emergencies and Maintenance. Handling edge cases.
Okay, let's talk about what happens when things don't go as planned. Throughout your manual and on your dash, you're going to see these triangle symbols. You really need to know the difference here. A red warning triangle means immediate danger to personal safety. You have to pay attention to this so you don't get hurt. But a yellow caution triangle? That just means you need to take action to avoid severely damaging the vehicle itself.
For example, you might see a yellow caution symbol in your manual reminding you of an environmental and legal obligation. When an EV reaches the end of its life, owners are legally obligated to take those scrapped high-voltage batteries to a certified BYD recycling provider. Messing with it yourself or unauthorized disassembly can lead to severe environmental pollution or serious safety hazards, so definitely leave it to the pros.
You'll also notice a blue icon popping up throughout the manual. This is just a reminder, basically helpful operational or maintenance tips. One of the best places you'll use this info is if you ever find yourself dealing with a flat tire and need to use the tire sealant kit that comes with the car.
If you do get a flat, the manual outlines a very specific process. First off, make sure the inflator switch is off, then plug it into the car's 12V socket and turn the vehicle on. Second, pump the sealant and air into the tire. But here's the catch. Do not run that inflator continuously for more than 10 minutes. Third, keep a really close eye on the pressure reading on the inflator dial.
What you do next completely depends on that number. If 10 minutes go by and the pressure is still below 180 kilopascals, do not drive the car, period. Turn off the inflator and call a BYD authorized dealer for help immediately. But if it gets up to somewhere between 180 and 320 kilopascals, you've got a temporary fix. You are safe to drive, but you must keep your speed under 80 kilometers per hour and don't go further than 10 kilometers. Just get yourself safely to a service station.
And that wraps up our explainer. From decoding that digital dash to utilizing smart torque control and knowing exactly how to handle a roadside flat, you are totally equipped. So with a complete grasp on how to operate your BYD safely and efficiently, how will you use these smart features to confidently elevate your next driving adventure?